Martin Hawley with the Hawley team at Keller Williams Fort Myers, and this is our new community website to feature different businesses and organizations in the community. And so we're here today with Pastor Steve with Anthem Church, and so we're glad to feature this church. So Pastor Steve, before we get started with the church, we want to hear all about Anthem. We want to know about you, so tell us a little bit about you and your life.
Well, I'm somewhat of the grandfather pastor these days. I've been doing this for a long, long time. I was called to be a pastor at the age of 15.
Okay.
And then started pastoring my first church at the age of 18. And
Awesome.
So for almost 40 years, I have been doing this. I'm now 56 years old as of yesterday.
So tell us a little bit about Anthem Church.
Well, Anthem Church, we're affiliated with denominationally with the Church of the Nazarene,
Okay.
which a lot of people don't know what that means. I generally call it a Methodist church without the robes and the candles.
Gotcha. That's a good description.
But we're also affiliated with the Association of Related Churches, which is ARC.
Okay.
And it's a church planting organization. They have planted their 2000th church just 2 Sundays ago. And so we were excited to be a part of that, but we were part of that model, and that's where our fellowship comes from, and we're a big part of the ARC organization.
That's cool. Very cool. So what do your members love most about Anthem Church?
Well, I would love to say the preaching.
Of course you would.
Is what I would love to say, but a lot of Sundays they're looking at the watch. When's this guy going to be?
I attended your church,
when's he
so
going to be
your
done?
preaching is good.
Oh, thank you. But I would say that of course our worship. They love the worship experience that we have here. The music is outstanding, and it's contemporary, and our senior adults even enjoy it. So hey, when you have that generational divide that's happening in so much of the part of our society. Our generations are somewhat, together on the worship of God. When they come here, they enjoy that. But I think the part that people would say that's the thing that sets us apart is the systems that we have in place that take someone who doesn't have a relationship with Christ and takes them to the point where they come to a relationship with Jesus. Then the next step is dealing with all of our yesterdays, because when we come to know Christ, we bring a lot of baggage into that relationship with Christ, and so we deal with that. We have Freedom Mental Health Services that operates out of our facility.
Cool.
It's my wife runs that. She's worked with 2 hospitals, starting intensive outpatient programs there.
Okay.
And so she's brought that to our church and started her private practice here.
Nice.
And there she meets with individuals through individual counseling. She does support groups, more of a small group setting. And then people graduate from that into our life groups here at the church, where we do life together for the rest of our life.
Yeah.
And there we develop relationships where we can be real, we can be genuine, authentic. And just when we have an issue, we have people to talk to, or at least someone to talk to about that. Yeah. The third step of that is for people to discover, we always say there's 2 great days in a person's life, and that's the day they're born and the day that they figure out why they were born. Yeah. And that big why, that big purpose, we try to help them discover that.
Awesome. And
then to put them on a team that would be congruent with that purpose that they have in life, to go and make a difference in the world with their lives. And so we have people, sometimes that means people move, and as they discover, this is what I'm about, this is what I'm supposed to do. And we have big sending services. We have a lady up in Indianapolis right now that's working for Shepherd Community, which is a local neighborhood ministry that's 11th most violent zip code in the United States.
Wow.
And she has moved there, and she's working specifically with children right now and working on her master's degree through Indiana Wesleyan University.
Wow.
Which takes me to the other part of what we have going on. So that's the systems of taking people from not having a relationship with Christ to knowing what their life purpose is and doing it.
That's awesome.
The other thing would be the Anthem Business Partnership that we have recently started.
Okay.
We've opened the doors of our church where Monday through Friday, we have various businesses that have, this is their location. And it's kind of a small business incubator approach. It's where they can come and take what used to be one of our Sunday school classes, which we don't do Sunday school anymore. We do life groups.
Okay.
And they meet in restaurants and homes and places
Very
like
cool.
that.
Awesome.
So we have this space.
Yeah.
And so we have a print shop that a guy started his print shop, brought his print shop. He'd already started, but he brought it here.
Okay.
And he gets just low rent because we're, not here to get rich.
Sure.
We're here to help our local businesses out. So we do that. We're looking at a school
Okay.
to take over the big children's area of our church, and they would be meeting there. We are working with
so
some
cool.
people there. We are doing weddings and funerals and bringing them back to the church.
Okay.
The average funeral and wedding are probably around $25,000 to $35,000.
Yeah, it can be crazy.
Yeah, we do those same weddings and funerals for anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. So
Okay.
way less than half. So it's our Anthem business partnership, and it's just going extremely well.
Wow.
So out of that, we also have Anthem College, and it's powered by Indiana Wesleyan University. They called us up, and it's a way that they offer 30 different bachelor programs,
Wow.
and I think it's 9 master's degrees and 6 doctoral programs that students can receive right here without leaving Fort Myers.
That's incredible.
Yeah, through an accredited program like Indiana Wesleyan University.
Wow.
If you're from the Midwest,
You
you've
know
heard
that.
of Indiana
Yeah,
Wesleyan
for sure.
University. So
Yeah.
it's a full degree, and we
All that
have a
happens right
whopping
here.
3 students right now, but we just
Well,
started
you get
it
in on the
a
ground
couple of months
floor,
ago.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's so cool. It sounds like the church is doing a lot.
It's exciting days, right?
So how would someone from the community connect in with Anthem?
Well, my name is Steve Rhoades. I'm the pastor of Anthem Church. Just give me a call, call our offices, and I'd love to talk to anyone about any need that they might have. If our church can meet it, wow, that's why we're here.
Sure.
We love our community. We love the mission that God has given to us here in this beautiful part of our world where America comes to vacation and then to spend the latter years of their lives and a few to work.
Yeah.
You're working, right? And I'm working, so a few of us come here to work.
Yeah.
And
So I noticed.
I see our phones are just ringing off the hook
That's right.
around here.
I noticed that a lot of people now attend church online before they ever step into a building, right?
Mhm.
That didn't used to be the case. So you have your services, I think, broadcasted too, don't you? So people can actually see what it's all about.
We have about half a dozen people right now that started following us online, especially when COVID hit, who lived in other parts of the country.
Okay.
One particular lady lived in Colorado. She knew that her and her husband, as soon as the world opened up again, that they were going to be moving to Florida. So they started watching online the churches that are in the area, and she chose her church about a year ago and feels like she's been a part of our congregation ever since then.
Yeah.
Her first Sunday was about 2 months ago.
Good deal.
Yeah, so it's really interesting how people are doing that. We had another couple that moved from Ohio, and online they narrowed it down to 4 churches.
Yeah.
And when they told me what those churches were, I said, wow, it's just great to be included among that number, because they were some of the best churches that are in our community.
Yeah.
And what a joy it is to have them with us. Wonderful people. But yeah, online, it's a big deal these days.
Yeah. We attended Pastor Steve's church here at Anthem a few weeks ago, and it was an incredible service. We had a great experience.
Great.
So yeah, that's fantastic. We're tied to another church, so we're there for now, but if we weren't, we would be here. That would be our church. And the thing I like most about Pastor Steve personally is he's the real deal. He's not an old stuffy priest somewhere. He laughs and he makes you have a good time in the service. So we really enjoyed that. Any departing words? Anything you want to share with this is the community watching? So
Yeah, hey, I just want to say thanks to Kim and Martin for doing this and being
pleasure.
here, and love the ministry that you do of helping people just that feel somewhat displaced, I guess, when they come here and just they plan this all their life, but when they finally make the move here to Southwest Florida, that may still feel a little bit displaced, and for you to offer something like this that helps them in finding a church or businesses or things like that, man, this is not just a job you do, it's a ministry
That's right.
that you have. And
That's
so
how we
thank
feel.
you for what you all do.
Well, thank you for
in,
that.
providing this.
Yeah. Anything you want to show us around the church? This is the sanctuary. If you want to pan that shot, where it's a beautiful facility, and give you kind of a quick tour. You can-
Yeah, we just remodeled this during COVID. We decided that we weren't going to let a good crisis go to waste. So it was about 15 years.
Yeah.
And so we decided it was time to repaint and redo everything. So we did.
That's very
And
cool.
so we did that within the first year and of the COVID lockdown. And then we were ready to go when the world opened back up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we're going to zoom in and show you a cool wall, a military wall over there. And
So when I got here about 2 years ago, the church was going through a whole process of what we call revitalization. And so part of that was a name change. The name of the church for decades was Fort Myers First Church of the Nazarene. And so we made some jokes and, man, that's these little old ladies writing their tithe check each Sunday. That's a lot of writing, for break their wrist doing that. So we were trying to find something a little smaller, a little shorter that we could call our church. We went through the whole gamut. But we were just thinking, here we are at American Colony Boulevard, in the Colony subdivision, in between two baseball stadiums, the Twins down here and the Boston Red Sox that way. And somebody said, the only thing missing is the national anthem. So we just said, how about Anthem Church? And that together with all the different types of people that we have here, if you were to visit our church, we'd be treated so many different ways that you're bound to like somebody and something. But anyway, we just decided to go with Anthem Church. We discovered also that, I don't quite remember the percentages on this, but it was a majority, more than 50% of the people in our community had a relationship with veterans. And I pastored 5 years right outside the gate of Fort Gordon in Augusta, Georgia, and where 90% of my church were military. And so I fell in love with veterans and have spent, my mentor in life is a retired lieutenant colonel. And I just fell in love with veterans and what they provide for us, the service that they do for our country. So we created a wall where our veterans that are a part of our church would be with us in worship every single Sunday. This overlooks our sanctuary right here. Yeah. And so we point them out, we pray for them, we talk to our people about them. And this is one guy who's skydiving right now. He's a Marine who's serving. We have some Navy people here, soldiers here that are serving in various places around the country. I think these particular ones stand out a little bit. They might have a special relationship here. This is our grandsons. These two are grandsons that are serving right now in various places. And then this young lady, I've known her for about 6 years, and she just recently went into the Navy. And so we're just really, really proud of these soldiers of ours and the service that they provide for us. So we want them to be a part of our family. They are a part of our family. We want them to be with us in worship each Sunday, so they are.
Hey, thanks for joining us at Anthem Church. We appreciate that. And this video will be posted out there. You can be able to comment and so on. But I'm Martin Hawley with Hawley team at Keller Williams. Thank you for joining us and watching today.